Hi. Oh, goodness gracious. Let me fix the camera angle. Is it good? Oh, I forgot to turn the ring light on. Flash warning. Like, lights flashing warning. Oh! That's perfect. Oh, you can see, like, all my pores. Hang on, let me adjust. Just move the whole thing instead of just... No, I don't want it touching the bed. 1 second. Scoot away! I did have this all fixed, and then I dropped things. And then I didn't fix it. Scatter! There we go. Let's hope the camera quality and the audio quality is better. Don't look too close at my face. Look at my earrings. Today is Mushroom Day. That is the aesthetic. Oh, I didn't even realize this is kind of shaped like a mushroom. I know it's a spaceship with the but it kind of looked like a mushroom. You know, guys be wanting like the hourglass body type. I'm wanting the mushroom body type, you know. He's got a big head and a little body. I gotta push buttons so I can monitor y'all from over here. I can't trust y'all. You gremlins. There we go. We gotta get the apron on. Because I'm messing up mushroom clothes. Don't watch. This is creepy. I forgot pigtails don't fit through things. Can we hear things okay? Can you hear me from over here? Do I need to scooch the camera closer? I like how that skirt, like, whoosh. Oh, I didn't do it that time. Whoosh. It was pretty the first time. Whoosh. Yeah, there we go. I got 2 whoosh right. Can we hear me? Do I have to yell? Trying something new. Last time I did it from my tablet, and it was dookie butt. So we're gonna do it from my phone, and hopefully it'll be less dookie butt. I guess I could just turn on my tablet and hear it. Words. Hello. Can we not hear me? Can you hear me? Ain't nothing picking up on there. Frick. Can you not hear me from over there? Let's scoot you closer. Come on. We're gonna be closer, guys. Get a little closer. Getting real close. Can you hear me okay now? I've had the zoomies for a little while now, and they don't seem to be going away. There we go. Now you can look at the spool, because I'm going to be painting this part too. So I want that to be visible. Oh, my stuff. I forgot all my paint was there. I don't like that angle from my body. Alright, you're just not going to see what I do with the green part. We're just going to look at the top shroom part. You're going to have to look at my face. There we go, much better. Is there no audio coming through? One second. I see you wrote what happened. What do you mean? Yeah, no games today. Did it not set for the proper tag? It should be under crafts, but if it's, or chatting. If it's not, it lied, not me. Where's the button again? Yeah, it's set to just chatting. There we go. Yeah, no, I decided to paint today instead of games. You know, mix it up. Alright, I'm taking off the ring just so I don't get paint on it, because I did that the other day by accident, and it took forever to wash it off. It's undamaged. Pretty. I am still engaged. It's just going to be on the table. I'm just gonna be painting this room, chatting with y'all. How we doing today? What's your favorite thing you've ever pulled out of the trash? No one answered me last time. Alright, glad y'all can hear me okay. I think I prefer this angle better. Sorry about all that setup and stuff. When I post this to YouTube, I probably should cut that out. We'll see. I think I'll add a paint on the bottom layer first, let that dry, and then I'll do the top. Shake it, 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 shake it. It's okay, you won't be able to see me painting the bottom part because I don't want y'all to see my leggies. My lovely, lovely leggies. They're a mystery. Much like I. Did that seem mysterious? That's not the right color. Alright, it's fine. It's a base color. It does not have to be perfect. This is blue. It's supposed to be green. There can be blue-based mushrooms. The bluegrass exists, right? They got a whole country genre based off of it. It's fine. It's fine. Hey! There's a hair. Frick. Frick. Oh, pardon me in my terrible language. Glad I put it under the right category, because I was doing this a different way than what I normally do. That's why there's so many, like, so much scuff. I just learned that streamer word the other day, scuff. I'll get better as time goes on, as I do multiple devices and different ways of content. I'm just trying things out, hanging out. So do we prefer the video game content, or do we not mind me going and doing all the other crazy things? Because I do not mind doing the crazy things. How many people are here? How many of y'all are there? I can't see from Stream Manager. That feels weird. There we go. There's a whole 2 of you. I'm so proud. Paint, 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 paint. I wonder if I should like start preparing like talking points. If you were stuck on a desert island, what 3 items would you bring with you? Maybe I should ask myself questions. I should interview myself. How did you get to be so sexy and beautiful and humble? The most humble and modest person I've ever met. Well, you see, I was born this way. It is a God-given gift to be as humble as I am. No one has ever seen such humility. They'll be like, wow, I'll never be like her. She's so humiliated. She's so humiliated. Oh, goodness sake. I get in front of a camera and I start saying stupid things. And then I get off the camera. And then I don't stop saying stupid things. I was born like this. Flawed. I keep missing spots. You know, I keep thinking this would be easier if I painted this on a table, but probably the perfect table would be this table. And that one's too wobbly, because I also made that one. I refuse to buy furniture. I keep making it out of scraps I keep finding. Once I like move out, I'll probably make less furniture. I'm not gonna stop making things. That's crazy. Also, do we like my mushroom earrings? Theme! Shake, shake. Hey. I'm never gonna stop making things. Or pulling things out of the trash. Sorry, fiance. I'm saying fiance, not Beyonce. I have to say that ahead of time because every time I say fiance, everyone thinks I'm talking about Beyonce. I don't really know Beyonce personally. I have nothing against Beyonce because I don't know anything about Beyonce other than she was a single lady at some point. Oh, uh-oh. Oh, uh-oh. Uh-oh. But if you think you hear Beyonce, I'm most likely talking about my fiance. Now, is my fiance Beyonce? Redacted. Sorry, I started painting to the beat of single ladies. Probably scoot this forward. Doesn't really matter. Can't see none. Yet. So I did touch up the top. There's little hairs on it because I made... It wasn't finished yet, but I already started using it as a table, which is a pretty freaking great table. If you got a spool that isn't too splintery or broken or dirty, I'd say clean that sucker off, sand it down, and paint it like a table. I wouldn't just take it in as is because you'll get splinters, and it does kind of look a little bad and cheap, but at least there's some effort with my bad and cheap looking table. And it looks better on camera than in person, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Sorry if I sound more Texan than usual. My family and I have been watching King of the Hill again. It is a goofy time. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a gosh dang hot dog. When I was a kid, I used to be like, yeah, everyone's being dumb to Hank. And then I got older, I was like, oh, Hank really doesn't know how to be a person out here, does he? Bro does not know how to talk to people. Because then, like, I was like, oh. Bro out here not knowing what things are is kind of funny. Does anybody ever have, like, friends where they're like, oh, honey, no, whenever they do something silly? I had a friend that does that a lot. I haven't talked to her in a little bit just because we lost touch. I gotta reach out to her again. I like her. But anytime you did something a little silly or you misunderstood something or you misspoke, she would go, oh, honey, no. It was really funny. Instead, my mom liked to go, you're so pretty. She does it to, like her boss and her friends. They'll just be like, you so pretty. I've heard a very common one is, bless your heart. You gotta do the first, or it doesn't work. Bless your heart. It's so funny to me. But then, like, when you meet new people, I don't know if that's a southern thing. Do northerners do that? Wait, my parents aren't southerners. They're northerners. I'm a southerner. My parents are northerners. In the Americas. I don't know why I like saying it like that. But, what's the phrase for when someone does something ditzy that they say to you from where you're from? Those watching on YouTube, you too, I want to know what your ditzy phrase is for when somebody does a stupid thing. Do you, oh honey, know them? Do you bless their heart? Do you just call them stupid? Because I've definitely gotten that one a lot. More than usual. Do I look like I know what a JPEG is? I just want a picture of a gosh dang hot dog. My brother showed me a remix of that meme like years ago, and it still gets stuck in my head. It's probably been like 10 years since I've seen it, and it's still stuck in my head. Man, I love being like early 20s, because then I can be like, it's been 10 years since insert thing here. Like, bro, as soon as I like turned like 11, I remember being like, 10 years ago this happened. They're like, bro, you were 1. I was like, yeah, but it was 10 years ago. I don't know, there's some sort of like I don't know, it's like something cool about being like, yeah, I'm old enough to say this many years ago. And I know it's not something people just don't do, because I hear old people that be like, 50 years ago, 20 years ago. Insert whatever thing they've done, or insert how things were back in their old day. I found it funnies. What's something that makes you feel old? Something that makes me feel old? Hang on, I gotta think of something that makes me feel old. Learning that Five Nights at Freddy's, freaking FNAF, is 10 years old stresses me out. And it's just getting older. Like, bruh, I've been singing the FNAF song for 10 years. Did I tell my FNAF story yet? I talk about FNAF a lot on this channel. I just like it. It's one of my, it's my hyperfixation. At least one of them. It's like, as stupid as it is definitely my comfort thing. I think everyone is allowed at least one cringy comfort thing without, like, judgment. Everything else, everyone can judge me for, I don't care. But not Five Nights at Freddy's. Should I do a cover of the Five Nights at Freddy's theme song? I'd love to. I hope Garten of Banban isn't like this generation's Five Nights at Freddy's, because I watched Postra stream all of that, and I was like, this is not good. I am not entertained. I did not stay awake for that stream. Not because of Postra. He was hilarious. Or they, I don't know pronouns. I never heard Postra specifically say them. Okay, yeah, stuck. But goodness gracious, Postra was funny. And they're friends. But goodness gracious, the game itself was so boring. Like, when they would go quiet, and it was just gameplay, it's like, we're still doing this? There's like 10 hours of gameplay here in all the games? Bro, what are we doing here? I watched all of it, I don't freaking know the story still. I have no idea what's going on. And I'm like, no. Well, I guess in Five Nights at Freddy's no one knows what's going on. But at least it's a little scary. Just a little bit. Where's some other things that make me feel old? There are some kids that aren't gonna know what My Little Pony Friendship is Magic is. That stresses me out. I was watching, what was it, Scott Kramer? He just did a video on, what was it, exposing the chapstick industry or something. It was fun. It was fun. I like his videos. He's got a nice vibe. And then, like, one of his kids said, "It's a bagel," when he was talking about something. And he's like, how do you know what a bagel is? No one's told you what a bagel is yet. And I was just sitting there being like, wow, there was a time when I didn't know what a bagel was. That's crazy. Like, do you ever get, like, flashbacks to when you're a little kid and you just learned what a word was? And you're like, bro, how did I just not know that when I was already born? Like, at one point, learning, like, what a thumb is, or just silly things. Now I understand why kids' shows are, like, explaining colors so much. It's just like, oh, because they have no concept of what this is until it's explained to them. But even then, it's like, how do you not know what a bagel is? How do you live to be, like, 2 years old and not know what a bagel is? That's hilarious to me. It's so silly. I'm the youngest. I'm never around, like, children. I don't know anything about kids other than they're loud and they don't know what bagels are unless it's explained to them. I've never really been around kids. I did babysit once when I was like in middle school, but I didn't know anything about kids, so I didn't do a very good job. It's okay, my mom was there to help. The kid never got like hurt or anything. Well, the kid like fell, but she tripped on her own. I didn't do that. I was across the room and I turned around and she just went on the floor. She was fine, but I was like, ah! How do you know not to just fall? I still fall. I wonder when I'm gonna be able to like walk my first steps without hitting my face on the ground. I still haven't learned that. This is what happens when no one gives me a topic. I just go off and I just keep going. I don't stop. Ooh, should I do like a try not to laugh challenge one day? I know that's like a really old trend, but I like it. I think it stands the test of time. You just put on funny videos. I don't think I should do it by myself. I might have my friends do it with me. Maybe Thursday I'll try it, see if I can get any friends to do it with me. Maybe Beyonce can do it with me. If not, it's fine. I'll just do it. My leggies. But I loved watching YouTubers and all that doing try not to laugh and then trying to play along too. Maybe I'll do that. Markipliers were really good. Of course, pretty much almost anything Markiplier did was really good. Because that's just Markiplier. Please let no controversies ever come out about Markiplier. He knew about the honey scam, man. He seems like a chill guy. Please don't, like, something horrible come out about him. Just be a good guy. Please, give us this one. I'm just fixing up and touching up the little white parts of this. Goodness gracious, this table! So cute! I did such a good job! Proud of myself! I'm not gonna talk down my artwork. Even if it turned out bad, I still tried. That's a bumper sticker right there. Even though it turned out bad, I still tried. Wasn't me. That's gross. I would never do that. I would never make such a sound. That's disgusting. Not me. It's so relaxing. Painting is so relaxing. Nya, 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 nya. Painting a picture is the most stressful thing at art medium I've done. And I like to chop like wood and stuff like that. I like to freaking spray paint or whatever. But specifically, acrylic painting and watercolor painting is the most stressful thing in the world for me. It's like anything could go wrong. One wrong swipe and it's over. And then you gotta wait like 20 minutes for it to dry just so you can do it again and then make the same mistake twice. That is the most stressful thing in the world. I don't mind like big projects because it's like, when it's bigger, you can make a little more error. But like when you're trying to paint like a face or something with acrylic paint and you mess up and they're like, it's fine, it's fine. And I'm like, that's not what I wanted. I can't erase it. Could you hear that? Could you hear the cackling in the distance? It was beautiful, was it not? The witches and the gods are laughing at my humor. They think I'm funny. Man, I really hope that one specifically picked up because that'd be really funny. I hope you can't hear like people in the background. I can't get them to shut up. Oh, here's somebody with a tiny wee wee driving a big loud car. They love to do that by my house. They're just like, the sun is down, so I better turn my radio all the frickin' way up and drive through residential areas. That sounds like a good idea. Have I complained about this before? Yes. Will I complain about it again? Oh, frick yeah. Till I move out into the middle of the woods where no one can bother me. I'd say where no one can hear me scream, but I scream pretty loud. I don't think there's anywhere in the world I can go where people won't hear me go, ah! Especially at my problems. So once I'm done with this, I actually have an acrylic seal spray paint that I was going to use for a different project, but that project fell apart hard. And so I'm going to use that on this table. Now the thing about that is I'm going to do that outside and off camera. Maybe I'll do a short of it. I don't really care. But I'm doing that in a well-ventilated area. I honestly should be doing this in a well-ventilated area. I mean, this is a well-ventilated area. But yeah. You ever just suddenly remember, oh, this thing exists. This whole hobby I fixated on for a while exists. I just remembered that Webtoon existed. I love Webtoons. I used to read them, like, every day. And now I just haven't read them in, like, months. I don't even know if the people I, like, read still create stuff. I love their stuff so much. Like, I quote their stuff. Nobody else knows what I'm talking about. Because nobody reads the stuff I do. But it's like, oh yeah, I forgot. I loved that stuff. And then I wait so long that when I go back to read it, I'm like, I don't frickin' remember what was happening at all whatsoever. Oops. It's okay, I'll paint over red. It's gonna be thick with paint. Look at all that thick paint. It's okay, the acrylic seal spray paint should help. Now I forget if it's made of acrylic or if it's meant to be put on acrylic. I think both. I think it's both. Guys, I'm gonna admit something. I've been painting with acrylic paint for years. I know how it works. Like, I know how to use it. I know I know a lot about it, but I'm not really sure what's in it that makes it acrylic. I feel like it's in the name. I don't think I know what acrylic is. Am I saying the right word? Yeah, it is. Sorry, sometimes I say a word like 900 times. I'm like, what if I just gaslighted myself into thinking that was the correct word when it's actually the wrong word? Oopsies. Yeah. It's happened. It's finally happened. I've run out of things to say. Just kidding, I'll think of something more. Just give me a second. You're gonna be pinky white. No, somehow I'm paler than before. I want a tan. Just a little one. Not like a super duper cancer tan. Just a little one, just to give me some color. I've been stuck indoors because I've been like sick. And then MegaCon, all of it's indoors. Except the walk up. Which, hallelujah, thank goodness it's all indoors. But like, I haven't really seen the sun in a while. I saw the sun a little bit today when I walked my dog. But that was about it. Like, I miss the sun. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I want to, like, go to, like, if I could, I don't think I have any way to, but I'd love to go to, like, a water park of some kind. Or, I don't like the beach. Can't stand sand. And things in the water. I have a fear of water. But I want to go get a tan. Just go be outside. Just soak up the rays. But not too much, because then cancer. But I just wanted a little color. I'm too pale, too ghostly. For my liking. If anybody else like had the same skin tone as me, I'd be like, stop saying that. You're perfect. Be comfortable in your skin. You don't need to do anything. But since it's me, I'm like, yeah, I need to do stuff. I need to work for it. I'm like, you're fine just the way you are. Where I'm like, 5 minutes in the sun. Just 5. People be like, what kind of skin type you got? I'm like, the flesh. I don't really know the difference between skin types. All I know is the word fair skin type, and that's the one that gets crispy like a chicken nugget in the sunlight. And that's about it. That's all I know. I don't know what any other skin types are called. There's fair, medium, vente. I don't know the difference. There's fair and unfair. It's mean. Cheats at board games. I don't know. Like, I know this. I don't know what they're called. I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about beauty stuff. People all the time are like, Emma, you shouldn't do that with your skin. You gotta use these 15 products. And I'm like, it's cheaper to just not do that. I moisturize and clean my face. That's it. That's all I do. And I don't even moisturize every day. Just every time my face is dry, I just moisturize it. I ASMR'd for a second there, sorry. Bodies are weird. I don't know if you can hear it, but I guess someone died down the street. I hope they're okay. Prayers. I just said a prayer. Let it pass. There's not much I can do. I can't like go out there and say, hey, stop saving people. I'm trying to stream. It actually is. There's just a, it actually is a nice neighborhood. That's not like police sirens. That was like a hospital or the fire department. There's a fire department not too far away from my house. So whenever there's an emergency, they have to drive past my house to get to the emergency, sadly. We didn't know that when we bought the house. That would have been nice to know. It is a nice neighborhood. But it's just, we're next to the fire department, and I guess there's a lot of pyromaniacs around here. I don't really have neighborhood insecurity, as long as I'm safe. And since I know I'm right next to the fire department, I'm all good. Goodness gracious. I can't open my paint box. Let's do another coat of red. It probably looks like I've done nothing to this thing this whole time. I've done stuff, you just can't see it. Streaming isn't supposed to show you things, no. Just gonna do one more layer of the red. You can't tell, but it's a little rough. When I was peeling up the little stickers I had for the circles, it pulled some of the red paint up, so it's a little uneven. So I'm just kind of flattening it out. And then I'm hoping the acrylic paint will help with that too. If it's nice and thick, it'll last longer. I should probably stop saying words the way I do. Yeah. Just acrylic paint. It's gonna be indoors, so I don't mind if it gets a little dirty all the time. This is not gonna be a permanent table. It's just something I wondered if I could do. I already get a bunch of paint for like Christmas and birthdays anyways, and so they weren't gonna use it. They were just gonna throw it away. So I was like, I'll take it. So I'm just using acrylic paint on it, and I have acrylic a seal to it, so that should keep it nice and pretty for a little longer. But it's just gonna stay in my room. I know you're probably supposed to use specific wood paints and stuff, but I don't really care. As long as it gets the job done, it's just gonna work for a while. Heck, I don't even know if I'll bring it with me when I move out. You know, as soon as things are affordable. But we're not talking politics. Not allowed. It'll be banned. But yeah, fun fact, acrylic paint can peel. I learned that the other day. I wonder what craft I should do next. I do a lot of crafts. But they're usually kind of spontaneous. I'll suddenly just get this like itch, like mental itch, this mental brain itch, where it's like, I need to create something. I need to make art. And then I do something like this. a chair. I was just gonna retire that thing because that's just a basket I got from Five Below and a piece of wood that Lowe's is throwing out that I got for free that I also painted just like this, but it's really wobbly. I was just gonna retire that or turn that into something else, and this is gonna be my bedside table. But if I find an even smaller spool, yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe I'll give it, oh wait, is acrylic paint toxic? So I'm like, oh, maybe when I don't need it anymore, I'll give it to kids. But if it's like toxic, I probably won't do that. So I don't plan on chewing on the table. Well, now I want to because I said it. Hey guys, look away, I'm gonna chew on the table. I could have a tea party! You hear that, guys? There's so many of them. You can't, there's more behind. This is Hans, the horse. This is Hans. They're non-binary. They're he/them. I don't know if that's the real name or anything or whatever they are, but he/they is Hans. He's covering a whole bunch of more plushies, and I've got shelves of plushies. I need to stop buying plushies, and I need to stop asking for plushies. My fiance just got me a new plushie, and it's a dragon fruit dragon, and I love it. And they should all have a tea party. Maybe I'll make a reel of that. Not a reel, it's a short on YouTube. Maybe I'll make a short of it. That sounds amazing. That's such a good idea. I really want a fairy tale tea set. That's like, but every time I look on Amazon, they're like really stupid expensive. I can't find one that's like under $50 that has like the teapot and cups. I may just have to like assemble it over time. And then like at stores around, I'll find like a really pretty flowery teapot. I'm not wanting one with like flower pattern on it. I want like the literal flower or literal mushroom. Or I really want a pumpkin one. Like the because I have a pumpkin shaped mug that my friend got me. I like cottagecore nature-y things. I like fairy tale stuff. Which is weird because I've never seen the show Fairy Tale. Should I watch it? I don't know anything about it. I know it's got characters. And I knew some guy, like, paid me $5 in high school to, like, draw one of the symbols on his, like, arm with marker. That's what you get for being the art kid. People come up to you and go, like, hey, you want to, like, draw on me? And I go, sure. I did that a lot. I drew on a lot of people. With their permission, of course. I didn't just go up and start doodling on people. Unless they're my friends. Then I would kind of do that. Yeah, it's got a lot of episodes. If I were to watch it, I probably wouldn't watch all of it. I'd probably get a couple seasons in. Just because I struggle with shows that are super long. I usually do manage to get through a lot of them, but oh boy. Like, I think Adventure Time and Fiona and Cake together, that's long. But I've watched Adventure Time twice. Over many years, but I watched it twice. My favorite show is The Office, and that was like 9 seasons. Big Bang Theory. I usually have shows that are kind of like Absent Mind you could put in the background, and I leave those on. I love those ones. I love The Office. I'm not exaggerating, like, I'm being dead serious when I say I've watched it over a dozen times. I am so serious. All the way through. Because it's just such a comforting show for me. The vibe is extraordinary. But now, I've gotten tired of it. I know everything they're going to say before they say it every single time. I know exactly what episode's going to be. I know which episodes to skip. Scott's Tots. Just kidding. I don't skip them. I'm not a coward. But bro, I watched it so much. I quote it so much. I have one of my favorite shirts is a Dwight Schrute t-shirt that I cropped and made it slutty. Pretty. It gets hot here. Yeah, I wear it around the house. But I love The Office so much. It's so goofy. It's just a nice vibe. I went on so many tangents. I don't remember what we said at the beginning. Something about Fairy Tale. Oh yeah, I probably won't get through all the episodes. Unless it becomes a fixation show, as long as, like, I don't have to pay too much attention to the story. Then who knows? It might be the next fixation. That doesn't really happen with, like, a lot of cartoons for me, though. I think it's because animation takes so much effort. I feel like I have to sit there and watch it because animation is good. And I appreciate it so much. Like, when I was a kid, you know, when you're the art person, everyone's like, you should be an animator. And then for a while, I was like, I'll be an animator. I don't think I'm gonna be an animator. I'm rigging a 2D model right now. This is hard. I'll just draw, like, my little images and paint my little mushrooms. Bro, the ultimate goal one day... I'm gonna go on another tangent that has nothing to do with what we're talking about, but back to mushrooms. The ultimate goal one day, like, in life, if I, like, won the lottery... Question... Alright, what would you guys do if you won the lottery? What's, like, the biggest purchase you'd make? Or the most frivolous? What's the biggest purchase you would make if you won the lottery? While you type that, I'm gonna go on my little tangent. I want to own a camping site. Where, you know, just a regular campsite. Get my family, anyone who wants to participate, to come hang out. Get a little cabin on the property. Because I like my family. Not my whole family. Very select few. But, like, just a big old campsite. Completely own a comfy house. Yes! That goes in with the campsite. But on the campsite, I would love to make it all, like, fairy aesthetic, or at least different camps. Not all of them, just most of them would probably be just normal rustic, but there'd be, like, a couple little plots that would be fun themes, and I'd like to have, like, a little cottagecore theme, where I get a bunch of these spools, but giant ones, and I get, like, real weather paint, and then I paint them all, and that'll be, like, their picnic tables, their stools, and stuff like that. Their cabin would be like a cottage looking theme. Those would cost a little more than like regular cabins and stuff. A comfy house, that would be so nice. I want to own a house so bad. Renting is scary, guys. Renting is scary. But I guess owning is scary too. It's so strange because, like, when my parents were buying this house and stuff, I was there for it. And, like, I helped pick stuff out. And I'm like, wow, you really just look at a place a couple of times and then you just live there forever. It's like you don't get to know the place. You don't get to, like, hang out there a couple of times, be like, do I like it? No, you just kind of look at it once or twice and then you own it. You just gotta figure it out. It's like, holy frick, man. That's a lot of faith. And I guess you look up, like, the history and you you can talk to the neighbors and stuff if you want to go all out. That's crazy that you just can be like, yeah, that one, and then you bought a house. And, like, there's not more steps. Well, there is more steps, but it's like, dang, that's crazy. Life is so crazy. Too bad there's not, like, an option where you can just live in the woods as a woodland creature. Because someone may own that property and then you're breaking the law, or it's a public park and you're not allowed to run around in the trees naked with the squirrels. What kind of world do we live in? I can't live in the trees naked with the squirrels. I guess unless I own the tree. Tree house. So back to that campsite idea. I have a lot of funny ideas for themed, like, camping spots and things like that. And one of them is a tree house, but it's more like the porch itself is circular. And we have lights going down the tree, and it looks like a spaceship and a tractor beam. And it'll be, like, alien spaced themed. I think that'd be really cute. Now, will I ever be able to do all this? Probably not. But am I gonna try? Yeah. If I can. I'd like to do that. I'm dying. Respirator. No, I'm recovering from dying. Now, we said a comfy house. What is a comfy house to you, out of curiosity? Or to anybody? What would be an ideal kind of house? Okay, I think I'll do, like, little lines of the bright, darker. I don't have that much green, do I? Oh, frick, I may need to buy some green. I'm always lacking green, money, paint. Do I have any more green? I don't want to use watercolor. Great, now that I said I need green for Christmas, I'm gonna get like 20 pounds of green paint. Land, privacy, and floor space. That sounds perfect. So you do the lighter colors first, and then the darker colors. Yeah, okay. So you want a lot of floor space for a really particular and important reason. So that when you wear socks, and if it's a wooden floor, you want the wooden floor, okay? You don't want tile. Well, I guess you can have tile, but it's not as fun. You know, you don't want carpet. You want wooden floor. That way you put the socks on, and you go, whee! And you slide around. When I was a kid, my mom used to be a realtor, and she would, like, take me to some of the houses some of the times to, like, prepare them and make them look nice. And some of them would have, like, really long hardwood floors. And I would, like, slide around in my shoes and go, whee! She'd be like, Emma, no. They're gonna be here in 20 minutes. And I'm like, ee! She'd be like, I'm away in the car till they're gone. Valid. She was valid for that. I was being a nuisance. A funny nuisance. I guess some things never change. How old is this paint? When did I get this? I got this from 5 Below years ago. Oh, that's a sound and a half. Goodness gracious. Even it pooted. Nasty. Do I have to like censor that? Alrighty. Stir, 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 stir. It's gonna take a minute for me to stir. There was a lot of paints here. That looks like the right color. Okay, so we already talked about what people would buy if they won the lottery. Like, what's the stupidest thing you'd get? Like, you're allowed one stupid purchase if you won, like, $1 billion. What's something unnecessary that you absolutely do not need that you would get? Let me think about what I would want. Something stupid in that I definitely don't need that I would get if I won the lottery. I keep thinking of things I need or want. Like, that I'd actually put to good use. Something I don't need. Oh. I'd get one frickin' cool four-wheeler. I'd get a really expensive four-wheeler, man, and I'd go frickin' nuts. Bruh, I want a four-wheeler. I could probably like say motorcycle or something like that. No, I want a four-wheeler. Needs more wheels. I probably should put this on top of something. I think I actually do have something for me to put it on top of. It was easy for me to paint the top though when it was at my level. And you guys didn't need to see me prime. It's just priming. It is just... Oh my god. If we're gonna go this way, I don't need to like put my legs in the camera. Noise warning. Check out this thing my friend gave me and that I never frickin' used. She's like, my sister never used it, you can have it. And I was like, thanks, I'll use it all the time. And then I've never used it once. Because that's what friendship is. Giving each other stuff you don't use and don't need. That's the friend that goes, oh honey, no. Man, I want a four-wheeler. I have nowhere to put it. See, you need land, privacy, and floor space and a shed for your four-wheeler. There we go. Now you can kind of see what I'm doing a little better. Oh, ignore that I didn't paint the under part yet. I'm going to do that last, because I'll just, once this is all dry, I'll flip it over. Just throw like a coat of red under it, or maybe white. I think I'll do white. And then I'll do the same with the bottom, but with like green. Or I'm thinking about gluing a little rug to it, because it's got these bolts on it, and that'll scratch the floor, so I may get a rug from like Five Below. Or I have an old rug that I don't really use that I think I'll glue to the bottom so the bolts don't scratch the floor. Let's just... You know, I had it in my mind. Now that I'm going to go do it, I don't know what it is, so I'm just going to do the sides first. Whoop. Oh, that looks terrible. I need a much thinner brush. You still good? Let me get a thinner brush. I've been talking about the future so much, I just think about it a lot. And my anxieties. I was like, what's the future gonna look like? Hi. So, people like doing like the thrill-seeking thing, right? You know, where they're just like, I'm gonna skydive and stuff like that. I don't really think I have a lot of those, except maybe like more vehicle-based. Like, I like me some four-wheelers, motorcycles, and stuff like that, and roller coasters. But I'm never gonna jump out of an airplane, helicopter, or nothing. I don't care how much money you're gonna give me, unless it's like to save my mama's life or something. I ain't doing it. Oh, I forgot I was gonna paint this white first. I'm just gonna... I forgot to prime that white. You know what? If you pay me $1 billion, I will jump out of a helicopter. Or a plane. I don't actually know. Oh, messy. Messy. Glad it didn't splatter all over me. That would have demonetized any chance I had of monetization. I don't think this is gonna work. Oh well, I'm already gonna do it. Already started. You have to make that sound while painting or it doesn't work. Like I said, I don't care if it's perfect or not. It just has to work and look kind of cute. I'm going for more if you kind of just walk in and you see it, you go, oh, that's cute. Not if you stare at it long enough and you go, oh, what is that? So this one, the one that I was wanting actually was like wood. This one is not. This is like cardboard. It's thick cardboard, so that's another reason why I don't really care what happens to this one that much. Because it's just cardboard. And wood. It's strange though. Maybe I don't do grass growing up the sides. Maybe I just paint over it. Yeah. I like crafting. I should do it on stream more. I only do it every once in a while. I just need to think of more crafts. Oh, I gotta tell you what my weird craft that I tried to do the other... I think probably beginning of last year that did not work. I had this great idea, okay? So by now we know I love me some MegaCon. I'm a cosplayer, not professional. I do know some professionals though, which is really cool. But I am no professional cosplayer yet. But I do have some big ideas. And my big idea at the beginning of last year was, what if I make a cosplay entirely out of hot glue, because I know almost everybody there would be using hot glue or rubber cement. So I was like, what if I use only hot glue and I make a suit of armor out of hot glue? And boy, I got pretty far. Now, I was working on the chest plate first, and the problem was not the shape or anything, it was just the amount of hot glue, and I just couldn't get it thick enough that it fallen apart, or it was just too hard to make. So, and just doing it through a gun was not the move. If I had like an iron and I like laid it all down flat and like ironed it flat and melted like a whole bunch of sticks together, that would have worked better. But at that point, I had already made like the entire front part, and I was like, that's not worth the glue. I'm gonna throw it away afterwards. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna single-handedly murder the environment if I keep this up. Ah! And then I murdered the environment and kept it up. No, I'm just kidding. So I stopped that. But boy howdy, that freaking thing hurt my hand because I was just sitting there pulling the trigger on the stupid glue gun over and over and over again, and it hurt. And those suckers got a little resistance because it's like actively melting the glue as you're pulling the trigger. I wish I still had some pieces to it, but I tried using them for the next cosplay, and then I realized I didn't like it, so I just threw it away. I tried to throw it away, it's over there, but I'm not going to show it because I don't like how it came out. I was going to make wings out of the hot glue, and then I didn't really want wings for that character. I was being Beelzebub from Hell of a Boss, and I was going to have to wear a backpack all day anyways to carry all my crud, so I was like, I'm not going to do that. Oh, I forgot to buy artwork at MegaCon. I like buying artwork. I got a sticker. I got stickers, but I didn't get actual artwork. You know, I think I'm going to purposely leave this textured. I kind of like it. Should I, like, glue moss to it? No. No, because I don't have to clean up moss for the rest of however long I have this. I think I'll leave this purposely messy in texture and call it an aesthetic. Because I kind of like it. Almost a birch tree vibe. Which I'm deathly allergic to. So, this is the closest I'll get to a birch tree without dying. Just kidding. Bad joke. I think I already told my birch tree story. I think I did on stream, my Minecraft stream that I just did. I wonder if Tuesdays should be craft days. Maybe, I don't know. Tuesdays or Thursdays are open. Mondays are Minecraft Mondays for now. Wednesdays are Nostalgia Wednesdays. I'm gonna do Roller Coaster Tycoon again. Roller Coaster Tycoon 2 again tomorrow. I like that game a lot. It's fun. It's a nice vibe. Fridays is Fae Farm Friday. Just until I complete that game or get bored of it. These are pretty much until I get bored of it or I find something better to do. Or something more important comes up. This is kind of the schedule I'm setting. So Tuesdays and Thursdays are kind of open. So maybe I'll make those like my crafting days, or they're kind of just my wild card days. Just whatever I feel like. But yeah. And then weekends, that's a maybe even if I'm going to stream. That's really if I feel like it. I may give myself weekends off later, but I want to establish myself more. Because the more content you throw out there, the more likely people are going to see you. So I need to start throwing more content out there. I had to stop for a little while because I was dying and then out of town. What a bad combination. But I'm going to try again. I need to make more shorts. I would have while I was sick and at MegaCon, but when you're at MegaCon, I don't know if my friends that I was with consent to me posting their faces, so I didn't want to do that. And then when I was sick, well, there wasn't anything fun to record. I was just laying in bed waiting for death. But thankfully never showed up. I didn't feel like dying yet. I got too much to do. I didn't finish my mushroom. I haven't made my campsite. That's gonna be full of mushroom tables. I got big ideas. If I had lots of money, my world would be so freaking weird. Like it already is, but then I'd have money to spend money on weird things. I think it's good that I'm poor right now. Because then I don't go spending money on crazy things as much. Yeah, I like this texture look. Because I think I'll leave this a flat green, actually. And then I'll make this the textured part. See, a mistake is just an aesthetic. So I am an aesthetic. Happy little accident. Whenever I say that to people, they're like, oh no, Emma, no. You can't say that about yourself. You're insulting yourself. I'm like, what? No, I like it. I think it's fun. It makes me happy. Don't take this away from me. It's too much pressure to be perfect and intentional. Let me giggle at my existence. Hee hee hoo hoo. Oh, I stopped talking for a second. I got focused on what I was doing. I need to stop doing that. I guess I lost some thought. There's some other things. I've just been chatting about my current thoughts on just the silly little things in life. What's a silly thing that makes you happy? Just something silly, something simple. Something that's like, man, I don't care what anybody thinks. I just like this thing. I think for my fiance, it's me. Just kidding. I got big personality and big problems. Just kidding. I talk about my fiance too much. Or not enough. Not enough, not enough, not enough. What's everyone's favorite season? I love me some fall. Fall weather. Leaves, orange. I used to hate, like, the color, like, orange and stuff like that. I didn't really like it. Because I associate it with oranges, and I don't really care for oranges. And I associated it with, like, that 70s look, you know, like, the groovy, the wavy with the other colors and all that. Like, I didn't really care for that. If you like that vibe, that is fine. You don't have to like my opinions or whatever. I don't think anybody should, like, worry about it. It's not enough where I'm like, ugh, you look ugly if you wear that. No, that's not it. It's not my preference. I've never cared for it. And then one day, it suddenly clicked. Like, a couple years ago, I just went, ugh, wait a minute. Fall is orange, and I like Halloween. And then I was like, wait a minute. I've got brown hair. Fall looks really good with my brown hair and my brown eyes, my complexion. And then I started appreciating my, like, hair and eye color a lot more, because I think if you've got, like, brown or black hair or brown eyes or black eyes, at some point, most people will be like, I'm not special. Which you are. Everyone's brown hair and brown eyes is different. What was I saying? But once you find your color palette, man, anybody could have a color palette. Just because it's brown doesn't mean it has to be fall colors. Because your skin tone and the shade of brown and all that also changes things. Or just whatever hair color. Once you find your color palette, you start dressing accordingly to it, or you find your season, man, you find yourself loving that season a lot more, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what. Because I didn't really care for it. All that. I was like, I want purple hair, like natural purple hair, blah, blah, blah. I want to be main character. And now I'm like, no. I like my hair. I'm going to draw myself with the correct hair color. Now, will I still dye my hair? Yes. But is it because I'm insecure about my natural hair color? No. It's because I just like changing my hair color. It's fun. I like coloring. Take a look at my hair. Wow. Use my hair to express myself. That sounds pretty boring. I use my hair to express myself. And it's from Don't Hug Me, I'm Scared. Ooh. That's how you do it bits at a time. And honestly, I prefer this over painting little things. Little things take so much more attention and focus. Where this, I'm just like, nah, 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 nah. I'm just yammering. I don't even know if this requires patience. It just requires, I don't know, the same amount of effort as it takes to scroll on your phone. You know how you have to have like a little bit of attention and your brain has to work a little bit to like absorb what you're doing? That's about it. But if painting's not your thing, or doing big projects aren't for everybody. They can be, like, intimidating or just not interesting to other people. Like, how little projects aren't that interesting to me all the time. I respect when other people do it. I'm like, wow, that's really freaking cool. I respect that you did that. I don't have the patience to do little things. But when it comes to, like, big things, I'm like, gimme. I want to do the big projects. That's probably one of the reasons why I want to make a campsite. Bro, if I become somehow a famous streamer and stuff, and I get $1 bajillion, I'm going to open a campsite and have meet and greets where everyone can come meet me. But I'll have to probably get super reinforced stuff around my house. Or not live on the property, sadly. Strict security. The future was scary, but exciting. Because it's like, oh no, I like what I have now. But I could have things that I like more then. Because there's definitely stuff I liked a lot when I was a kid, and then change happened and I was upset. And then when I got older, I was like, oh no, I'm glad that change happened. Or else I would have never known I liked this or this or this. Ooh. Oh, Warhammer! Fiance loves Warhammer, and I think there's a chatter in here who also likes Warhammer. I have so much respect. Every time I see Fiance do Warhammer stuff, and he like breaks down the process and stuff, it's insane to me. I don't understand. That's a lot of patience. I bought myself a little character to paint. I just used acrylic paint. I didn't know you had to have special paints for it. This was a long time ago. And I was like, not really for me. I might do it again at some point, because it's so small and expensive. But bro, that stuff is so cool, and the process, and then the creativity that goes into it, and how every little detail matters is so neat to me. What army would you, wait, do you already paint Warhammer stuff? If you already do Warhammer stuff and like paint minis and stuff, which one are you working on right now? Or which ones have you worked on before? I may have to Google it because I don't know all the names, but if it's the ones my fiance's done, I probably know what it is. I only know like 2 or 3 of the armies, and I can't think of the names. Okay, I do know what orcs and dwarves are. That's so cool! Do you do, like, their regular color palettes, or do you kind of experiment and do your own thing? Because I know they have, like, a lot of them have kind of, like, a set palette whenever they come out with it. Or do you do your own thing? You got me started on Warhammer. I think that's good. That's nice and textured. I think I'll just paint normal green over it. I was going to do like a little grass effect. Let me try it a little bit, but I don't think I want to do that. Yeah. Maybe if I do it darker. But for now, we're just going to do green. I think just green might be fine. It's not overcomplicated. It's already eye-popping and catching enough. Hey. I honestly think the minifigures would take longer than this. This is my only, like... I think this is my third time painting this thing. But that's because the first time I was in a hurry and I only had an hour to paint and stream. The second time was just doing second coats for the top layer and I wasn't trying to do detail work. I don't think that took me very long. I was also working on something else. So while I was waiting for that thing to dry, because I was working on cosplays, when I was waiting for that thing to dry, I was going back and forth between this, paint this a little bit, wait for that to dry, paint this thing a little bit, wait for that to dry, you know, and go back and forth. I slept hard that night, goodness gracious. You wouldn't think painting's exhausting, but bruh. Crafting, arts and crafts, man. People say, painting's not a real job. Shut up. Shut up. Art's not a real job. Shut up. Draw me a picture of something really cool, paint it, line art, all of it, and tell me it's not hard, and it's not a real job, and that you don't want money for it. My eyes are like playing tricks on me. I don't like it. Stop it, eyes. Because, like, the light, it's, like, shiny when I put it on. It's, like, a little glossy. So I'm like, Ugh. Ooh. I want to get started on painting minis for D&D, but it's more difficult because you usually have to commission the mini. Yeah. Like, do you want, like, a custom mini to fit your character? Yeah. Bro, I got a free 3D printer from, like, one of my old jobs. Because my old boss got, like, a much better one and couldn't sell it. So he just gave it to me. I never learned how to use it. But I know that's something I'd be able to do if I could figure out how to use it. I think I'll let Fiance do that. Fiance wants to use it at some point. But I can make, like, custom minifigures and stuff. Okay, there wasn't a new text. Maybe I should give a shot to, like, minifig. Maybe I'll tell my fiance to, like, stream painting the minifigs and stuff like that. Because he does a really freaking good job. Like, it could be, like, a nice ASMR. I'd watch it. Or at least leave it in the background. If he's not, like, talking, I'd leave it on. And just vibe with it. I didn't know I got so excited about minifigs until now. No, I knew I got excited. I like hearing him talk about them. I love hearing people's interests in art and things. Because then you learn so much information about something you never thought of before. Like, wow, I never knew insert whatever this thing is had such, like, deep lore and ideas, and there were so many people a part of said whatever thing it is. Like, that's so cool to me whenever I find that out about anything. Like, what was one? I can't remember. But, like, any hobby has so many facets and, like, rabbit holes and just ways to enjoy it. And everyone has, like, a different thing they like about this specific thing, and I just love that so much. Like, video games, it's not just a video game. There's, like, this game and this series, and then it has, like, all this lore, and then there's the creators, and then people like the music, people like the design, people like the characters, people like the scenes, the setting, the gameplay, the controls. Like, it could be anything. Oh. Okay, bye. It was nice chatting with you. Hopefully I'll do more artsy stuff. I stream at 7 p.m. on weekdays, Eastern Standard Time. Hope to see you again. Or chat with you again. I can't see you. I'm the government, I see y'all. Sorry. Oh man, now the government's gonna be watching me because I said the word government. On stream. Now I'm on a watch list. Gosh darn it. But yeah, I love niche hobbies so much. Hi! I love niche hobbies so much. They're so fun. I want to think of more. I know there's more. I like people who talk about movies, but I feel bad because I haven't seen a lot of the movies. I'm not a big movie watcher. I can't sit still for that long. Always, like, I have to be in a specific mood, or I have to be roped into it, or it has to be, like, an event. Or one of my favorite movies. My favorite movies are Little Shop of Horror and the Steven Universe movie was made for me. They're both musicals. I don't even know if I'm into musicals that much, but I like those musicals. Suddenly Seymour. No, my voice is not back for me to sing. It was yesterday. I sang in the shower, and then I lost it. I got too excited. I was like, I can sing! And then I'm like, oh no, I can't speak! Oopsies. Worth it. See? I just tried to sing like a note, and I died. Tragic. But yeah. Man, I hope you can't hear like my family downstairs. They're like yammering. They do be yapping. I'm gonna spend time with them after I'm done with this. Once I'm done with this, I'm gonna eat dinner. We got ribs, stepdad and ribs. Frick yeah. Frick yeah. I love me some ribs. Now I'm hungry for ribs. I think this VOD for this stream probably won't go up till tomorrow because I don't want to spend all night transferring it from here to there. So it'll be here on Twitch, but I'm going to post it on YouTube probably tomorrow at some point. I don't think I have a lot of my work schedule for my actual job. For those who don't know, I do have an actual job. What it is, that's a secret. I don't want anybody bothering me. Or, actually, I don't care if people bother me as much, but I don't want them bothering my boss. I don't think she knows I'm streaming. I have not told her. But, yeah. I forgot what I was saying. Bro, I've been painting this room and yapping for a while. Am I fine with it? Yes. Maybe I should do more crafty things like this. This is fun. I think I've said that like 3 times already. I do like the Linda thing from Bob's Burgers. This is fun. Oh, that is not balanced. I'll definitely make a short of when this is done. Maybe I'll make a short of me finishing it. Is the music in the background? What should I put in the background music? I don't know any mushroom songs that aren't about the drugs. Because that's not what I'm making this for. I just like how mushrooms look. They're pretty. Ah! Maybe Frog by Cave Town will be the music in the background when I'm making this thing. I love Cave Town. Oh my gosh. So good. Listened to Cape Town for years. Nice vibe. But Frog by Cape Town, I love it. It's not about mushrooms specifically, but it's got that vibe. You know, cottagecore. I love that word so much, cottagecore. I don't care if it's cringe, I like it. I think it's like, cottagecore is out of style. I don't care, man. I want to paint silly mushrooms and have tea parties. Whose idea was it to have the tea party again? Is that the person that left? Is that New Fox? No, that was Nick Starship. I gotta have that tea party. Maybe, like, once I get, like, going and stuff, I'll be like, sub for me to pay for my teapot for my tea party. And I think I'll do a darker green over this one. I don't use your teeth. It's bad for you. Man, I hope my mouth isn't green. Look at my hands. They're covered in paint. The blood of my enemies. Gonna do that. This paint's probably almost dead. I don't care. It never gets used anyways. I don't mind using up all my paint. That's a new song I discovered. I don't remember who it's by, but that's a good one. Ooh. Come on, don't demonetize me. As if I'm monetized because money. Ain't enough of you yet, and that's fine. Because it's about having fun more than anything else. And conquering the world. I got a lot of cleaning up to do afterwards. I like acrylic paint and everything, you know. It's probably my least favorite thing to do. Like, painting with paintbrushes and stuff is one of my least favorite things to do. Art-wise, unless it's for, like, a fun project like this. Like, a picture, I almost never want to do it. Because it's so much to set up, and then it's so much to put it away and clean up. So I always have respect whenever I see, like, acrylic paintings with a lot of detail and stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, you did all of that and cleaned up. Like, jealous amazement. This needs to be more green. Although I don't mind it being kind of a cool color to kind of contrast with the red. Bloop, little turd. Maybe I'll add yellow, little yellow. Little yeller. Let's do this yellow. Color theory. We're gonna make them warmer with some yellow. I was only going to stream for like an hour, but I'm just having a good time vibing. So I think I'll just, whenever I finish this thing, then I'll hop off. Because I'm just vibing. I mean, what else was I going to do anyways? Well, I guess eat, and shower, and sleep, and hang out with my parents. And, yeah, just take care of myself in general. Nah! Oh, I just made the same color. Come on, let's do a little more, like, yellow. I think that's how color theory works. I think yellow is the right one. Someone's probably screaming, no, don't do it! It's fine. Just add more paint. Excuse me. Pardon me. That's so embarrassing. Goodness. Yay, I threw mustard in. There we go. I think that's giving it more the correct gleam. Stir, 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 stir. I think this is a good green. I'm just gonna do a flat green. I'm not gonna try to paint like individual grass leaves. I thought about it. I think it'll look weird. And we don't want my giant mushroom spool table to look weird. No. That's ridiculous. I gotta clean all the crevices so you don't miss any paint. Ugh. I love using candle lids as paint holders. Watercolor, it's amazing for watercolor too. 10 out of 10 recommend. There we go. That is a nice green. And then I'll do the rims as well. There's a lot of paint on this brush, holy frick. Yeah, I think that's a nice green. I think it contrasts. They have little mushroom tables. Not mushroom tables, little mushroom trash cans at Five Below, and I really want them. I already have trash cans, and I don't need it, but I really want it. I don't know what I'll do with the old trash can. That's why I haven't bought it yet, because I already have trash cans, and I'm like, frick, why did I get trash cans from Dollar Tree when I could have got a mushroom one from Five Below? Foiled again. And then I disappeared into the night like a werewolf. Please tell me you can't hear my mom. I need to stop saying that, but she keeps saying weird crud. I'm like, it's not Friday, it's my drinking night. Just kidding. My parents aren't alcoholics. I'm legally no, I'm just kidding. I'm legally obligated to mention. Kidding. Nah. They just silly like me. That's right, there are more of me out there. Mwahaha. Knock your doors, bar your windows, because there are more weirdos like me. Not that I'm gonna break in, just... I don't know. I'm weird. I'm a bit of a goofy goober. I'm not like other girls. I paint shrooms while wearing shroom hat and shroom earrings. Did we notice the earrings? I love my earrings. Some days I'll like wake up. Alright? Some days I'll just wake up and I'll look into my closet and I'll just sit there and I'll go, today is a mushroom day. And then I wear a black crop top and then my blue shorts and then my black socks and then I get my mushroom hat on and then I get my mushroom earrings on and then I do red makeup and sometimes with a hint of green and then I look adorable. I really just look at my closet sometimes and I go, today's a green. Today's a day where I wear green. I'm not gonna say green day because that's a people. That's a band. Oy. Goodness, my cough is coming back. Right at nighttime, as soon as the sun goes down, my cough is just like, I'm back, which is, haha. I'm back to cause chaos. And I'm like, yeah. Right me. I wonder if I should make my titles to my videos longer. I wonder if that makes people more likely to click them. I just think think these things out loud. I wonder if anybody else knows answers to these things. Oh, I have water. This new invention called water. You should try it sometime. Bro, I even have a water bottle that's got like mushrooms graved into them. At some point, people are gonna think I do shrooms and stuff. I don't know. I just like them. I just think they're neat. There's little things. I think they're neat. They make me happy. Happy brain chemicals. I think this is one of those things. It gives me happy brain chemicals. I like doing silly things that I know aren't going to be an issue. Like, me making a mushroom table is not going to hurt anybody. It just is. Well, unless you bump into it, then you hurt yourself, but that's not my fault. But I just like doing silly little things. It doesn't hurt anybody. It doesn't cost any money. Not wasting anything. Using materials that are just sitting around anyways, I'm giving them new use. Just having a good time. There we go. I think that's almost about good for the top part. And if some colors leak through, it's fine. That's kind of the vibe. We're not trying to make it opaque. We're just trying to make it pretty. Make it fun. Bro, that one song, Ain't It Fun? Living in the real world. By like Paramore? Paramount's the streaming service. But I used to love that song. And then I worked at a grocery store for a while as a cashier. I hate that grocery store with a passion. Never work there if you can. I'm gonna say it, Winn-Dixie. Never worked there. It sucks. Although they're under new management since I worked there, so maybe it's better now. But I hated it, loathed it. They were awful. Treated me awful, treated everybody awful. There's new employees in, like, literally every other weekend. Or, like, every other week, they would have a new employee because people would leave so much because they just hated it there. I was going to try to stay on for a year. But I just couldn't do it. I made it about, like, 6 or 7 months, and then I left. But in the mornings, they would play this one freaking song. They would play, Ain't It Fun? Living in the real world. And I'm like, you're doing this to mock me, aren't you? No, it is not fun living in the real world. I hate it here. I'm like, no. It's like, don't go crying to your mama, 'cause you're on your own, or whatever it is, in the real world. And I was like, I will go cry to my mama. And then I did when I got home. I was like, Mommy, today sucked. It was like my first job working for like a business. I've had jobs, but they're more like odd jobs or favors for people. Like I painted like houses and stuff like that, or renovated houses. I do a lot of hands-on work. I do a lot of stuff like that. Crafty and buildy work. If you couldn't tell, it's my thing. So I did a lot of those kinds of jobs. So when I had like my first working for a corporation kind of job, I hated it. They didn't care about me, and they taunt me with their music. And it was just not fun. My coworkers say bad things about and to me, and then when I report them to HR for being awful, they were like, now don't do that, guys. And then they would do it again, and they'd be like, why are you back? We already told him not to do that. They would leave me alone. Sucked bitty cheek. But I hated that song so much. And I still get like flashbacks whenever I hear that song. I'm like, no, it's not fun, go away. But I used to love that song because I thought it was pretty, and I like their music from whatever I've heard. Man, I hope they're not like controversial. I don't know anything about them. I just liked a couple of their songs when I heard them. Whenever I talk about a band, I'm like, oh man, I hope they're not controversial. I don't know if someone's controversial, and I know it, I won't talk about it. So if I talk about it, I don't know. There you go. I've saved my hide for the future. I am so sorry about my cough. It will just not go away. Bruh, I've tried everything. I've tried nothing and I'm all out of ideas. That's a Simpsons reference. If you got that, I love you. Just kidding. If you got that, you're my mom or my brother, so yeah, I probably love you. Of course, I don't think any of them watch my streams. What the frick, guys? Now, if they did, I'd just talk in inside jokes the whole time, and then nobody would know what I'm talking about. Of course, I don't think anybody ever knows what I'm talking about. I don't think anybody ever knows what I'm talking about. Period. I'm just vibing. I'm yammering. Just vibing and yapping. It's what I do. Slap that on a resume. I vibe and I yap. Don't go crying to your mama. I will do as I please, and you cannot tell me what to do just because you have a microphone and a little more money than me. Don't let people with microphones tell you what to do. Unless it's me. When I get a microphone, everyone's done for. Man, I love karaoke. And does anybody have like a karaoke song? A song they always default to whenever they sing? Like when they're like, come on, you gotta sing. What's your song? What's your like, oh no, your go-to? What is mine? I gotta remember mine. I have a couple. Little Talks, not Little Talks. Well, Little Talks is a song I do like singing. What was it? Everybody Talks by like Neon Trees or whatever there. I loved that song. It started with a whisper, and now it means like it's nerve. And then you made my need hurt. I can hear the cheat. I have to do a voice or it hurts. That one's so fun. I'm trying to think of all the karaoke songs I've done. I've done Chandelier by Sia, When the Party's Over by Billie Eilish. These are songs that I think sounded good with my voice. I want to do Bring Me to Life, but I need someone else to do the backups with me. I need someone to do the Can't Wake Up in the background. Bachelorette party. I gotta tell my friends, maid of honor, whenever I tell her that she's my maid of honor. I gotta let them know that I don't care what we do for bachelorette party. If my voice is there, we're doing karaoke, okay? Goodness gracious. I've been fixated on the wedding stuff, so I'm trying to avoid talking about it on stream. There are no plans yet, which is fine, because it's taking time. But boy, oh boy, I love planning. I have so many silly ideas. So many silly ideas. If by the time I get married and I still only have under 50 followers and stuff, and if I've given up on streaming, maybe I'll just stream on Twitch the whole wedding. Anybody who's not there can just watch on my Twitch stream. So hang around for that. Nah, some things are best left private. I don't think it's a good idea to stream to friends and family though, so I may do that in personal account. So those who are out of state can still watch it. Those who can't make it can watch me stand there. Can watch he and I stand there and just in fancy clothes Yapping. Is that all a wedding is? Dressing up in the fancy clothes, planning for several months, yapping, and then law. That's a wedding. Just go stand, yap with someone, and then marriage. There we go. And then I gotta touch up the bottom a little bit again. Well, I still got some paint left over. Let's just go ahead and slap that on somewhere. No. No. Stop it. My least favorite thing in the world is if I'm goofing with someone and then they do that angry stop it, and I didn't know that they were getting angry, and then I feel bad. Like I'm a little kid getting yelled at, where they're like, and I'm like teasing them, and they go, stop it! It's like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know. Don't be mad at me. I had no intention to be awful. I was just playing. Don't get mad at little me. And then I feel bad for like an hour. I'm like, they hate me. I've ruined the friendship or relationship or whatever I have with this person. I've ruined it. They don't love me anymore. When they were just like, man, she was being a little annoying for a bit. What's for dinner? I'm just cleaning up where I made mistakes. And then I made a new mistake, and now I gotta clean that up. I'm just gonna go back and forth, back and forth. Texture. I got focused and stopped talking, and I'm so sorry. I rest from my voice. I'm so sorry. Sexy. There's always like some spot that I've missed, and like the hardest part about any project is knowing when to put the brush down. Like, this has been a long stream, and bruh, I should be done, but I keep going, oh, I missed that spot, oh, I missed that spot, oh, that spot. I should eat soon, but I like hanging out. And I'm like, oh, let me just use the rest of my paint. Oh, I made a mistake. Gotta pour more paint. And I'm like, Free me from my own cycle of painting. And I can always go back over it, because I still gotta do the top of this, but I'll do that off stream. And then, you know, the acrylic stuff. And there we go. Here is the table. Is it perfect? No. Is it gonna hold my stuff? Yes. There we go. Because it's gonna be on the floor, and I'm even gonna see the under part, so I don't really care. But this is it. Oh, I'm supposed to have the camera this way. My bad, my bad, my bad. But that's it. Ooh. Thank y'all for hanging out. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. We're gonna go this way. That's where things are prettier. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. Thanks y'all for hanging out. Love you. Bye. I can't do end screen title cards on my phone. I tried. Bye. Where's the stop button? I found it.